Let's be real here, Leaf fans. When you're up 3-0 after one period, how confident do you actually feel over the next 40 minutes? Yeah, not very confident. Because we have seen this story day in, day out, year in, year out about the Leafs getting a lead, and we're all holding our breath until it's literally mathematically impossible for the team to come back. Then the Leafs lose 5-3 to the Colorado Avalanche at Scotiabank Arena tonight. Do I think the officiating was a bit sus late in this game? Yeah. But are they the reason the Leafs lost? No. They helped a bit, but no. You're up 3-0 after one period, you got to lock it down. And they don't. And Leaf fans, this team's just not great. Like, if you add their overtime losses and shootout losses to their record, they're 21-19. It's not great. But let's break this down. First period, Domi fires one on from the point, somehow has eyes, beats Georgiev, all-star Georgiev. Let's take a quick peek at Mr. All-Star Alexander Georgiev's stats. Oh, going into the game, 288 goals against an 896 save percentage. The league save percentage, the average save percentage this year is 904. He's a below average save percentage, and he's going to the All-Star game. What are we doing here? Anyways, that goal was at 6:23 of the first period. And 4 minutes later, Morgan Rielly, incredible individual effort, flips the puck out of his own end into Devon Taves. He can't handle it. Rielly's like forechecking hard right at him. Pokes the puck free, and he's already in full stride. Gets around Devon Taves on a breakaway, and he goes backhand, beautiful shot. Now that's an all-star. His 6th goal of the year, 10:47 of the second period, unassisted. Both goals, actually all 3 Leaf goals were unassisted. 5 minutes after that, scramble ensues in front of the net. Pontus Holmberg causing absolute havoc in front. Liljegren comes down from the point and buries one into the cage, and we got a 3-0 Leaf lead. Vibes are great. Vibes are fantastic. And, we're shots on goal 15-7 Leafs in the first period. What could go wrong? Well, the Leafs may be falling asleep and the Avalanche getting their legs back. That could happen. And in the second period, they get a power play, and Jonathan Drouin scores to make it a 3-1 game. Only 5 minutes in. Then, 7 minutes left in the second period, Mikko Rantanen scores. A shot from Samuel Girard gets knocked down, and it kind of trickles to Mikko Rantanen. And he buries it into the empty cage, and it's a 3-2 game now after 2 periods of play. And every Leaf fan knows exactly where this is headed. 13-8 in shots in the second period for Colorado. And we're all like, yeah, well, how long is it going to take before they tie? Well, 7.5 minutes. And they get a power play on John Tavares. And look, it was obvious penalty on JT. He had to do it. It is what it is. They get a power play there. And there was an absolute onslaught on that power play. Somehow don't score. But not long after that, and they miss a couple calls. Domi gets upended trying to get the puck out, and there's a couple misplays. The Leafs could not get the puck out of their zone on the power play, and that's happened a few times. It happened in the Islanders game, and it happened here today, especially in that third period, because they have all the pressure. The Leafs are exhausted, and then Cogliano buries it, and we are tied at 3. Oh, look at that, Leafs blow a 3-goal lead. Where have we seen this before? Just quite often. But then I get a little frustrated. Because then Jake McCabe gets a penalty and again, it's 1 on the stick, 2 on the stick, pushing Mikko Rantanen. Is it a textbook cross-check? Yeah, it is. But he gets 2 minutes now after the non-calls at the end of that power play for the Avalanche, and I'm like, boy, what are we doing here, fellas? Like, there is 2 teams out there. And then Austin Matthews, after somehow the Leafs kill off that penalty, great play by Simone Benoit, getting in front of a 2-on-1 against. And then Martin Jones makes a really nice save on a cross-seam pass. I can't remember who took the shot, but it was a really nice save there. And then Matthews gets hit into the boards. And a lot of people are going to say, oh, it's soft. Well, it's 1, 2-hand on the stick, going at Matthews, bang, right in the ribs, he goes down. What's the difference between that and the Rantanen call? Because there really isn't anything. And if anything, that one is more egregious. Because the other one is just, it more or less is a cross-check shove. Where this one is a full-on extensions, arms extended right through Matthews' ribs. But there's no call on the play. And I'm okay if they're not going to call that and they don't call the other one. But consistency, that's the problem here. If you're going to call it for one team, call it for the other team. But they don't. Fans are losing it. Sheldon Keefe's losing on the bench. Domi and Marner are going to talk to the officials in a commercial break because they're like, hey, hello? Are we not, like, are they just allowed to do anything to us here? Like, what are we doing? And Nathan MacKinnon scores with under 4 minutes to play. As much as I get it, Martin Jones, it's Nathan MacKinnon right in the slot. I get it. It goes through him, though. And that's the part where I'm like, you don't want that to happen. And it gives them the lead with less than 4 to play. And at that point, yeah, you know it's curtains. We knew it was curtains at 3-2, but it made it mathematically curtains at 4-3 there with under 4 to play. Ross Colton scores an empty netter with 7 seconds left, and you lose. Look, Leafs got outshot 26-14 in the second and third period. You didn't play well the rest of the game. The Avalanche played really well. Did they get a little help from Stripes? Yeah, a little bit, but they also played the better hockey. They were 1 for 4 in the power play. Leafs were 0 for 1. Shots on goal for the game were 33-29 in favor of the Colorado Avalanche. Now we go to the player stats, and Martin Jones, 4 goals on 32 shots, Not a great game, but he didn't kill you in this hockey game. Still allowed 4 goals, though, which is not great. You never want to see that from any of your goaltenders, no matter what happens. And 3 goal scorers, no assists today. All unassisted. Domi, Liljegren, and Riley all had goals, but Riley was a goal and a -2. So that's kind of not great. And then you look at the other core guys. Where was the core 4? Well, Matthews, no points, a -3. Nyes had no points, -2. Tavares, no points, -2. Marner, no points, -1. Matthews had 1 shot on net today. Nyes had nothing. Tavares had nothing. Marner had 2 shots on goal. Nylander, 4 shots on net. Bertuzzi, only 1 shot on net. Your depth guys got it done. Yarncroc had 3 shots on goal. He was a +2. Pontus Holmberg, +2 of 4 shots on net. Liljegren had 3 shots on goal. Where's the other fourth liner? Gregor. He was a -1, but he had 2 shots on net and also had 5 hits in the game. Your core guys didn't get it done today. Your depth guys were there, and you couldn't hang on to the 3-0 lead. It's the story of the hockey game. Tomorrow, the Leafs take on the Detroit Red Wings. They're in the second night of a back-to-back. They're at home right now against the LA Kings. They beat them 5-3 today, and the LA Kings are reeling. It is rough to look at if you're an LA Kings fan. 7 o'clock puck drop tomorrow night between the Leafs and Red Wings, and Sheldon Keefe has not set a goaltender yet, so which is kind of weird. He might have said it by now, but before the game, nothing was said as to who was playing in between the pipes. He said Martin Jones will not be playing on the back-to-back, but Samsonov's up here. So I don't know why you couldn't just say that Sammy's going to get that start, because he is going to. You wouldn't send him right down and, oh, here comes Hildeby all of a sudden. That you won't do that. So I'm assuming Samsonov will get the start tomorrow against Detroit, and Lord help us for that. We'll see how it goes. You need a win if you're the Leafs, because you look at the standings right now, and let's see if they've updated them as of yet. They haven't. So the Leafs are now 40 games played, and they have 50 points. The Lightning, who are 44 games played, so they have 4 games more played than the Leafs. They are going to be only 1 point back of the Leafs, so that's something to keep an eye on. The Red Wings are only 2 games in hand over the Leafs, and they will be only 3 points back of the Leafs. So tomorrow's game is kind of important. And the Leafs got to right the ship here. They got to get a win, and it would be perfect to be in regulation. Figure it out and get a W tomorrow. It's going to be tricky because Detroit's a frisky team. And James Reimer has been confirmed. 341 goals against, an .889 save percentage. It's no good. If Ilya Samsonov plays the cage, it's going to be a barn burner. But we'll see how it goes. Win a damn hockey game. I said it earlier on the video. I don't think this team's all that great. But I also mentioned in the Raptor video, in the Detroit Pistons video, when the trade went down and I thought the Raptors won the trade, and then they lose to the Pistons that night, I said, Toronto sports fans cannot have nice things. And when they do get a nice thing happen to them, it's followed by misery. The Leafs had won 4 straight. They shut out the LA Kings 3-0. You beat the snot out of the Ducks and the Sharks twice. Obviously, they're bad teams, but those are teams that have made the Leafs, quiver at times. But they beat them down. You blow a 3-1 lead to the Islanders. You blow a 3-0 lead to the Colorado Avalanche, and the vibes are gone. Just like that, kaput. It's crazy how this city has that happen all the time. Last year in the playoffs, you win a round, everyone's losing their marbles. A week later, season's over. It's like, oh, fun. So, yeah, kind of tired of this. Tomorrow, Leafs, Red Wings, Scotiabank Arena, 7 o'clock. Win a hockey game. All right, so you know what, guys? That's going to do it for this one. If you enjoyed the video and not the result today, hit the like button. I do appreciate it. Hit the subscribe button. You guys not already. Comment down below. Thoughts on the video, thoughts on the game. What'd you like, what'd you not like from today's game of the Toronto Maple Leafs? Twitter, Discord, Instagram, TikTok, all that stuff is down below. So follow up there if you're not done so already, and I will talk to you guys, of course, Raptors edition on Monday as they host the Boston Celtics at Scotiabank Arena, 7:30 tip-off there. Looking to end their 3-game losing streak because it's been painful over the last little bit for them. And very emotional. And as for the Leafs, they got to win a hockey game tomorrow. Detroit in town, 7 o'clock puck drop. Get 2 points. Thank you so much for listening and watching. Hope you enjoyed the video and not the game. Talk to you guys then.